Concatenating matrices. This is an interesting topic. Concatenating lets you connect data from different sources or simply add new information to an already existing collection of data. Let's take our diet tracking matrices again. We have one matrix for each of the weeks. We have data for 2 weeks, weeks of 4 days. So, if we want to work with the whole data for both weeks, we need to write code for both of these matrices. Instead of doing that, we can connect them through concatenation and we can make them one whole matrix. We do it the same way that we do it with vectors. So we are going to create one main matrix. So main diet matrix equals, so square brackets, and we're simply going to give it the two matrices. So diet track week 1 and diet track week 2. Now, we know that whenever we write values for a matrix or a vector, when we are using a free space, that means that we are simply creating a row. So when we concatenate them with a free space, we are going to concatenate them by columns. So if I run this code now, we get one big matrix of 8 columns. So we have each of the days for both weeks in that main matrix. We can also do the opposite. We can concatenate the second week to the first week, which in this case is not very logical, but it's possible. Now let's move it back to the way it was. All right. Now we can also add additional values to that matrix. So we can say main diet matrix, and let's say that now we are on our 9th day and we want to add data for the 9th day. Now, just like with vectors, first we need to address the matrix to which we want to concatenate the new data. So main diet matrix, and here we want to add a new column of data. If we want to add a new column of data, we need to leave a space. And here we're going to supply it with a column vector. So square brackets for the column vector. And this is our new data. So let's say that now we had 150 grams of protein, 300 carbs, 70 fats, and 2000 calories. Close the square brackets of the matrix concatenation as well. But the difference here is that we need to use semicolons and not spaces because we're adding column vector, not a vector row. So let's run it. And there we have it, our new additional data that we just added here. If I remove the semicolons, it's not going to work because we are trying to concatenate a row to that matrix. And if we do this, we will have no values here below it. So we have to concatenate a column instead. This is how you can concatenate matrices horizontally or add data to the matrix horizontally. Now, let's say that we want to concatenate another row to the matrix. Let's say that now we want to include our fibers intake in that matrix. So add fibers intake, and let's create some fibers intake vector. So we need 9 values for 9 days. So just random values, so 30, 40, 30, 35, 40, 30, 37, 36, and 39. So 9 values. Let's say that now we want to add the fibers on top of that matrix. We want the fibers to be first and then the rest of our values. So the way that we are going to do it is we are going to say main diet matrix equals first our fibers, since we want the fibers to be on top. So add fibers intake, semicolon, because we are adding rows, we're concatenating vertically, and then main diet matrix. Let's run it, and there it is. We have added our new values on top of that matrix. So here we have the matrix without the fibers, here we have our fibers. You can do the opposite, you can add the fibers below the main matrix. You will do this the following way, simply add the fibers after the main diet matrix. And we have the results here. And we can also concatenate both horizontally and vertically at the same time. So I'm going to comment everything here and I'm going to recreate our main matrix in just one single row. So concatenating horizontally and vertically equals, first we need to concatenate the 2 weeks horizontally. So that track week 1, that track week 2, and then we're going to add the fibers which we need. We are going to add the fibers vertically after that. So add fibers intake like that. And if I run this code now, we should get the same result. Oh, we didn't get the same result because here we have 9 values and here we have 8. So let's just delete the last value because I commented out this row. That's why we get the error. So let's run it, and there it is. We have concatenated this matrix with this matrix horizontally, and then we added our row below that.